welcome back to my YouTube channel, #MovieBay. I am MovieBay, and in this video, I'm going to be doing another throwback reality TV review with Flavor Flav Season 2. Now, if you are new to my channel, or if you just, missed it, I already reviewed Flavor Flav Season 1, so make sure y'all go to my playlist, because your girl is organized, okay, period. Go to my playlist, click on Throwback Reality Reviews, and scroll through. Look at them. Watch them, because they just don't make them like that no more. Now, before I get too into it though, because I'm getting a little bit excited, hi, I'm MovieBay, and if you're new here, I do reviews, reactions, and commentary to movies and television, and if that is the type of content that you like, you might as well stick around and hit that subscribe button. Thank you. And if you find yourself enjoying my commentary along the way, don't be afraid to give me a thumbs up. And of course, you're always welcome to leave your thoughts and opinions down below. Now let's go ahead and get straight into Flavor Flav Season 2, Episode 1. Now it's 2006 and Flavor Flav is looking for love once again. He had like 20 girls come to his house, narrowed it down to 2, New York and Hoops. And at the reunion, Hoops told us that it's like that, but it's not like that, ultimately leaving Flav's heart broken. Now, 4 months later, he has a brand new set of girls in his house and he's looking for love once again. Look at this fool. Big Rick was turning him in a circle by his jacket. Like, I cannot with Flav. As the girls make their way into the house, we have our first altercation of the season. Season 1 could never. So here we have H-Town and Safari. Now, Safari comes into the room where H-Town was already at, but she had left. H-Town tells Safari to get up, and Safari's like, no. So H-Town grabs Safari's flowers, trying to make her get up, but Safari literally rammed H-Town into the wall twice. After that, they start fighting. And the most comedic part of this altercation is Safari, oh my God, y'all. Safari has her legs wrapped around H-Town's head, hitting her in the back of the head, saying, get off me, get off me, get off me. And I'm like, bitch, you're on her, you're on her, you're on her. Eventually, the girls notify Flav, and Flav comes to break it up. So Flav isolates the girls, but they're still together. And while they're waiting on Flav to come and talk to them, Safari's acting like nothing has happened. She putting on lip gloss, and she asked the girl, you want some lip chap? And the girl looking at her like, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then they cut to the scene where Safari is praying, asking God to direct her and, calm her anger. And H-Town is like, will you put your hands on me first? And Safari turned to that girl and said, you better stop interrupting my prayers before God direct me to whoop your ass. This girl was so epic. One episode, it has so many one-liners, like top tier reality TV. Now Flav comes in and gets both girls' sides of the story. When he's talking to H-Town, she's crying and super emotional. Sad music is playing behind her. And then when he goes to talk to Safari, they have this upbeat tempo. Safari is cracking jokes the whole time. And then she said that the girl was pulling her $500 hair. Quit playing, bro. Even back in 2006, this is not $500, bro. Quit playing with me. After Flav rewinds the tapes, he finds that Safari was the aggressor in the situation and he has her removed from the house. First and foremost, she was on the bed. H-Town grabbed her flowers and was like, she was putting her, like she wasn't like roughly putting her hands on her, but she was like, move, get up, like that. But Safari did kind of like ram that girl into the wall, throw her across 2 beds and start beating her in the back of the head. I mean, you can't police extremes here. But Safari is removed from the house. Now, here's a little bit of insider tea. If you didn't know, Safari was not supposed to be on this season, if that makes sense. She did a pilot episode for season 1, so VH1 or any production company could pick up the show. But then they casted her for season 2, but she was supposed to be like Red Oyster, like not really there for Flav, but she was going to be running back telling him things about the girls. However, she did not expect to get in the house and get into a fight and be removed from the show, so they had to find somebody else to do that role, and we'll get to that a little bit later. Now's the time we've all been waiting for Flav to give the girls their nicknames. I'm not going to run through everybody's name, but here are some quote unquote honorable mentions. First, you got Crazy to come up to Flav talking about, I want you to be my man, with this airy, flat ass voice she got going on. Then you got this country bumpkin ass bitch, Buck Wild, talking about, I was raised by a TV. My dad liked Jerry Springer and my mama liked Oprah. I guess that's why I'm half crazy and half black. Bitch, I'm sorry. I've tried not to cuss out here, y'all. And you have Delicious and Don't Be Fooled. That ass is bigger than what it appears to be. Next, you have Always Bent Over Boots. Then we have Nibbles who talks like this. I messed up, y'all. I messed up. And then I have to put in Shay Bucky on here because, you know, she was on Love and Hip Hop or is on Love and Hip Hop. I don't really keep up anymore. But she looked so small. Like, back in 2006, she was thick, like considered thick, video model thick. But like by today's standards, she look like me on a good day. So after Flav gives the girls their nicknames, of course, it's time for the mixer. So I'm going to highlight just a couple of things that are important to the storyline. So we run into Spunky, and Spunky is this girl who initially she's like the mean girl, petty, and quick with a read though. She quick with a read. But then like towards the end, she kind of turned into this like jittery, high energy girl. And it's like, pick a character. At this point, pick a character. Then we have Flav and Like That's interaction, and they speaking that lingo. You know what I'm saying? They was like, what is, and what ain't, and life will be life, and great is great, and all type of. They had the translations up, and they were translating for a good amount of time, but then it was just like, what the hell is they talking about? Find out that Nibbles is a very sexual individual, and she has a pole in her living room where she records herself doing tricks for money. You know what? Back in 2006, very innovative. Imagine that Nibbles is the founder of OF. Girl, I bet she pissed. She ain't thinking it first. So Flav and Patience have their sit down, and Patience is half black and half Chinese. I'm telling you that because it's going to come up later. And she said that she's never been with a black man, so why not come on the show? What the hell? In the next scene, we have some of the girls, Something, that's her nickname, Something, and Boots particularly, they're arguing or talking about how Something is very sexually fluid, and a lot of the girls in the house don't get down like that, but a lot of the girls in the house do. This is when Spunky runs back and tells Flav that Something don't want to be with you. She want to be with everybody else in the house. This leads to a big blow up between Spunky and Something, and that just leaves everybody with a sour taste in their mouth about Something. So remember when I told y'all that Safari, Lord Jesus, was supposed to be a quote unquote spy? Well, because she had to leave the house earlier than expected, producers, I'm sure, recruited another individual to carry out that role. Her name is Eyes. So throughout the mixer, she was going around talking to all the girls, gathering information just to take it back to Flav. So when she sits him down, she lets him know that some girls are here for a TV opportunity. Their agents sent them. They're not interested in men. They're here for women, and etc., etc., etc. So after she catches him up to speed, Flav tells the girls, I got somebody in here spying on y'all. And he reveals her to them right before the chain ceremony, or the clock ceremony in this case. So Bucky gets the first clock because she had a lot of good interactions with Flav. She gave him a clock with her body on it. And then Spunky gets the last clock, and this is where she starts that jittering and gyrating and shit. And it's like everybody was looking at her like, girl, stop that. Now, y'all would think the episode is over, right? Oh no, the fun is just getting started. So y'all know how at the end of every episode, Flav gets a toast with the girls. Well, Something drops out of frame, as Flav puts it, and then she hops back up with the strange look on her face. So as everybody starts to disperse, she runs off before everybody else to go upstairs. Everybody is smelling a certain smell. Nibble said she took a deep breath in, and she was like, What the fuck is that? So as Spunky is making her way up the stairs, she looks down and she notices that there's poo, human feces, on the floor. Yes, something literally took on the floor, was falling out of her butt all her way to the restroom. Now, some behind the scene tea, she did an interview, because that's how I know all this stuff, y'all. Over COVID, y'all know, like, a lot of old reality TV stars were getting interviewed. So Lacey from Rock of Love, she was interviewing a lot of the Of Love stars, and something was one of them. So she stated that, in production, everything doesn't happen as fast as it does on TV. So that chain ceremony, the clock ceremony, she said they were there for hours and she could not hold it anymore, but they wouldn't let her go to the restroom. So she tried to hold it and it just came out, y'all. It just came out. Well, that is the end of episode 1. If you are enjoying my commentary thus far, don't be afraid to give me a thumbs up and leave your comments down below. If you were on Flavor of Love, what would you want your nickname to be? Let's go ahead and get into episode 2. Now, of course, as to be expected, the entire house is still on something's head about taking the poo on the floor. They called her Boo Boo Sparks. They called that bitch Boo Boo Sparks. Y'all gotta watch the episode, bro. I'm not even doing it justice. This is so funny. Oh, child. Well, all the jokes are getting to something's head and she turns her clock back into Flav, signifying that she is going to quit. He goes and he talks her off the ledge and she decides that she's going to stay. Look, this fool. He's such a COON, eating chicken in the confessional. What the... So for the challenge of this episode, if you've never watched Flavor of Love, by the way, the girls do challenges every episode to win a date with Flavor Flav. You know how every love show should be. Zeus. Anyways, I had to, y'all. So Spunky gets the flavogram and she said, I know that Big Rick gave me the flavogram because he knows that I'm the most intelligent one and I can actually read. That bitch had, bro, she had some one-liners, bro. Like, that girl is shady. Well, the date that they're going to be going on is the girls, they have to choose one fancy meal for Flav and them to eat on this speed date session. However, Flav is going to be blindfolded because, love is blind. So on this date, you have some girls actually trying to feed him. He's not rocking with some of the food. He's not even eating some of the food. So after a while, once it gets towards the end, some girls are just giving him kisses, letting him feel on their booties. And then you got Nibbles. Nibbles decides that she's going to sit on his lap. Okay. I'm not going to do that no more. Nibbles decides that she's going to sit on Flav's lap because she has the softest ass in America. And Flav concurs, and so does Little Flav. A 10. So at the end of the day, Flav chooses his 3 winners, and it's Becky Buck Wild, child. He could not believe that a white girl was talking like that. It's Tiger, and then it's Like That, because that's the way it is. And I just want to mention, the 3 girls that won the date are not any of the girls that put their booties in his hand or let him kiss all on them. Those were the girls that actually sat down and had a conversation with him. Just want to say that. So on the way home, Patience is very drunk and she's upset that she didn't get chosen. So she said, if I'm not going to get treated like a princess in America, I'm going to go back to China and get treated like a princess. I don't need to be here. So of course, in a competition, she said that around her competitors. And the girls are eating that up, ready to run and tell Flav. So the next day, Flav takes the 3 winners on a gondola ride. And I'm only going to talk about the important parts about this date. So when Flav and Tiger are together, he tries to kiss her and she disses him. Straight rejected. She says, I don't like kissing you after other girls do. That's nasty. And he says he understood. But of course, how are we going to get to know each other if I can't kiss you? Now, we all know that she didn't really want to kiss him, but I wish she would have just spun it as a different angle. Like, this is literally our first date, our first conversation of substance, sir. Like, can I wait a little bit? Just a little bit. Maybe like, no, day 3? Okay, just asking. Now, on the other gondola, we have Like That and Buck Wild. And Like That is like me. Why you talking like that? Why you acting like that? Where you from? And when she finds out that Becky Buck Wild is from Rancho Cucamonga, now I don't know how that town is today, but y'all seen Next Friday. That's where Day Day and Elroy moved to. It's the suburbs. So not only are you in the suburbs, but you a white girl in the suburbs, and this is how you acting. Not feeling it. So like that, went home and told the other girls in the house that she's not feeling Buck Wild, and acting like that in her neighborhood will get you hurt. I want to talk about Buck Wild's name belt, bro. I wanted a name belt so bad. This is literally 2006. I wanted a name belt so bad. I never got one. Y'all remember the electronic ones? Oh my God. Like this video if you had a name belt. Appreciate it. So back at the house, Flav gives the girls mini dates, and I feel like on season 2 he's spending a lot of time with the girls, and that's a good thing. So Toasty here, who likes to drink a lot, told Flav that Spunky is a paid actress and this is just another gig. So when Flav spends time with Spunky, he's looking at everything she does as like an act, all that jittery, oh my God, Flav. He's looking at her upside her head now that he had that new information. Now, this is the same night as the Gondola ride, y'all. And this is Tiger. The same girl that said, I don't want to kiss you after other girls, had her date last and kisses Flav straight on the lips. So in his confessional, he's looking like, it's funny how you said you didn't want to kiss me and now you kissing me. It seems like you just trying to do whatever you need to do in order to stay. So now it's time for the clock ceremony, and Like That gets her clock first. She had a really good episode. What's y'all opinion on this? I don't know. It's something about it that's just not sitting right with me. Now we're down to the final 3. It's Something, Spunky, and this girl named Wire, who's just really weird. So the final clock goes to Something, y'all. Yes, the girl who took a poo on the floor. And when Spunky is eliminated, she asks Flav, why, Flav? Is it something I said? I'll take a on the floor if I have to. Couldn't leave the house without one more joke. Honestly, Spunky could have been like, I ain't gonna say the next New York because she could never, but she would have been the quote unquote New York of that season. I just wish she would have picked a character and stuck with it. I like the sassy, shady character more so than this high energy, I'm gonna dance every time I see you Flav. Like, girl, what? Well, that concludes my recap review for episodes 1 and 2 of Flavor of Love season 2. Once again, y'all, this is a show that y'all just really gotta watch. If you want to watch Flavor of Love, it's still on Hulu, but Pluto is also on Pluto TV, and that is for the free. All right, don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoy my commentary. Leave your thoughts and opinions down below, and subscribe. Stick around for more content just like this. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.